What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy, and I am officially leaving Twitch for the foreseeable future. And I'm going to use this video to explain why. First off, it's probably most relevant that I talk about the recent Twitch drama. So, now, it's been a bit muddied with some back and forth over, wait, is Twitch doing this? Are they not? Are they retracting this? Are they not? And some of it seems like they kind of said they're going to take it back, but they haven't actually. But let me just explain some of the recent changes that may or may not be happening that have people upset about Twitch. So, for one thing, they made a statement about, like, brand content or stuff about baked-in ads and certain overlays and that not being okay. That wasn't really the big thing, but the way it was worded at first made it sound like they were going to get rid of any ads run by the streamer themselves, essentially. We're still kind of unsure as far as whether or not that's actually going to take effect. That's one that they seem to have maybe retracted, but, like, we still haven't heard any further updates on it. So, I don't know. But in the midst of that, there was also a thing about, like, sponsor brand things or whatever, like, within the screen, basically, of the stream, needing to take up no more than 3% of the window. Which, like, honestly, my hand placement, on the screen right now probably takes up a similar portion. Maybe even more. So, like, imagine something that size, maybe even smaller, and that's all that you get to show any kind of brand stuff. Imagine, like, you've got a sponsorship with a certain energy drink that you're wanting to show on your stream overlay. Or maybe, especially if you have multiple sponsors like that are all wanting you to show their brand while you do your streams. How are you supposed to fit multiple when you only have a tiny portion of the screen to work with? That's one of the things they may or may not be doing. Twitch seemed leaning towards putting that into effect, last I knew. But then, on top of that, there was the realization, or a lot of people were reading, more details on this, and finding that there were also changes made there with, like, really vague guidelines added on the way the streams happen and how you engage with chat and that kind of stuff. That Twitch wants, quality content throughout your streams, and that you should be regularly engaging with the chat, and different things that it's like, okay, these are really vague terms that you're using here. Best case scenario, like, the point is to get rid of some of the streams that are just like, the person's just sleeping, but they're streaming it. Or, like, some channels have been getting away with basically showing other people's content or channels or stuff like that while they're away, but still counting it towards their stream. It's the best case scenario is that that's what they were trying to get rid of, which, okay, sure, that means some people can gain the system a bit less. That's fine. But because it was so vague, so many people are unsure of what that actually means. So, like, can you be a little more specific on that, Twitch? But all this and more that I'm probably just not even remembering or even aware of is just like the most recent of events that Twitch has been under fire for. Backtrack a little bit, but also related to the current stuff. Twitch, a while back, basically said that despite all these other streaming platforms being okay with multi-streaming, aka streaming to different sites at the same time, Twitch is like, nah, we don't want that. We want you to be streaming here and here alone, and we don't want other streams distracting from what you're doing on here. So what? You're literally going to go against every other platform, basically, and say that you have to do it here. So it's like, hey, if you're making money here, do your streams here, and don't be streaming somewhere else simultaneously. And a bunch of people left just because of that. Because Twitch, by doing so, is essentially limiting the streamers' opportunities to, you know, earn money, make a living in some cases, and yeah, just lessening the potential of, you know, streaming content on the broader internet, because they're saying, no, if you make money from us, you have to be streaming here and here alone. You can stream elsewhere at other times, but when you're streaming here, you have to only be streaming here. YouTube is fine with multi-streaming. Kick is fine with multi-streaming. Pretty sure Rumble is. Pretty sure Trovo is. There's so many other platforms that are totally fine with multi-streaming. Why, Twitch, would you be the only one to say no? You're shooting yourself in the foot there. And more recently, it seems like they're kind of doubling down on that. First off, by essentially forcing affiliates and partners to agree to these terms if they want to keep their status. And if anybody wants to get rid of their affiliate or partner status, in order to do that, which I guess, you know, means that those people would not be able to make money off of Twitch, but they could still stream on Twitch and elsewhere, maybe. But anyway, it's like, hey, if you want to, you know, get rid of your status as an affiliate or a partner, you have to pay a fee. Why? Granted, the fee is supposed to be the lesser of either $25 or some other amount of fees that a streamer could potentially have accrued. I'm not real familiar with that. I don't make money off of any streaming or videos or anything like that I'm doing as of yet. I say yet. Hopefully that'll change. But for now, and probably for quite a while, I'm not making money off of any of it. So I don't know how all that works, really. But they're still basically saying, yeah, no, you can't make money from us and other places simultaneously. So, like, yeah. That's one of the things that really has been somewhat in effect for a while now. I'm going to say at least a few months to maybe even like half a year or more. Yeah, there's just all this stuff that Twitch seems to keep doing lately that just no streamer is happy with. Best case scenario, they're, you know, just kind of begrudgingly going along with it because it feels like they have to. But, like, nobody wants this. And Twitch just continues to make decisions that are either outright hurting their streamers or at the very least, lessening the potential for streamers to earn money. It leaves a lot of people scratching their heads. Another really big reason that people are shifting away from Twitch. Twitch literally has the worst pay rate of any platform for, I'm going to say subscriptions. It's not the same kind of thing as a YouTube subscription. It's like, basically, almost more like you'd be paying a monthly membership fee type of thing, like you would do on a Patreon or something to that effect. So, membership, I think, might be the YouTube equivalent. So, but long story short, Twitch has the worst pay cut of any platform on those. Twitch goes 50-50. I think YouTube, out of the ones that I am fairly certain I know the split, YouTube is actually the next worst at 70% for the creator and 30% for YouTube. And then you get to other platforms like Kick, which, to my understanding, has a 95% cut for the creator. 95% on Kick. So that means if somebody spent $10 worth of, Twitch subscriptions, you'd get $5 out of that over there. If they spent that same amount on Kick, the creator gets $9.50 instead of just $5. So I guess now I'm sort of transitioning into, okay, what does this mean for me and my live streams and my content? So I'm shifting away from Twitch because I just can't continue to get behind and stream on a platform that seems bent on making decisions that would be detrimental in the long run. So, yeah, it's the live streaming landscape as a result is like going crazy as of late. A lot of people are shifting over to either YouTube or Kick for their live streams. In fact, a lot of people are saying, hey, since I'm moving away from Twitch and I can multi-stream, why not do multiple simultaneously? Even some of my live streams that I've done on YouTube have also been on Kick recently. In fact, those have been my typical Thursday YouTube/Kick live streams that have been more gaming focused and whatnot. Twitch, up until this point, has been getting my Saturday Bible study live streams. But that's going to change now. All of my live streams are going to at least be on YouTube. I'm thinking they will also be on at least one other platform. If I can have multiple other platforms work simultaneously without it being a terrible stream experience where I'm dropping crazy frames all over the place, then I might even try and add a third simultaneous platform. But good news for all my YouTube subscribers and viewers. All my live streams basically are coming over to YouTube. Any that weren't already here. So then, again, I'm still kind of figuring out how I might want to mix in other streaming platforms as well. I'm thinking Kick will stay in the mix. I'm leaning towards tooling around with Rumble, because I've actually been uploading videos over there since starting my Darksiders Genesis playthrough. And so, maybe live streaming some there will just add further traction for my content on that platform. I looked into Trovo. I mean, if things really start to pick up and I find, the 3 or even more platforms working simultaneously is a viable option, I might think about adding that in as well. But really, I think the main focus is going to be YouTube. The main focus has always been YouTube for me. But then it's the other platforms that are kind of not 100% sure on what mix of those I'm going to do and when throughout the week, potentially. Here's the TLDW of why I'm no longer going to be streaming on Twitch. Loads of decisions by Twitch that are hurting streamers' ability to make money there. Also, lack of multi-streaming. Every other platform does it. Why not Twitch? Also, worst possible earning split from subscriptions / memberships, whichever you prefer to call them. Do you really need to say more? I mean, the money end of it doesn't even affect me right now, but I don't think I can continue to be active on a platform that is basically refusing to be helpful to its creators. So anyway, that went way longer than I thought it would, but I think that pretty much covers all the bases on what's going on with Twitch, why people are leaving it, why I'm no longer going to be streaming on it, and what that means for future live streams. So, yeah, you'll be seeing more of me here on YouTube, basically, is what that means. Which means confession time. If you tune into the live streams and or watch the archive versions of those, you basically get to see what would then be my shorter, we'll just say my medium length YouTube content ahead of time. But I realize some people don't want to jump in on a live stream or sit there and watch for multiple hours at a time. Sure, I understand that, which is why I also make the, kind of more medium length content, as well as the YouTube shorts and all that kind of stuff. Like, the content meta game seems to be all about, diversifying your platforms and your content style. So, why not go along with that? Take notes, Twitch. Anyway, okay. So I think that's all I've got for you for now. As always, like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it with others if you want them to see. Especially if you think it was helpful in terms of like what all is going on with Twitch and knowing that information, or at least portions of that information. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, click the bell to get updates when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. That should also work for YouTube Shorts, for live streams, for community posts. Basically anything I put out there should give you a notification if you click that bell. And then down in the description, you'll see information on my other social media pages if you want to keep up with those two. And then leave comments down below there with any thoughts you have. Are there any other recommendations you would have for platforms on which to stream? Ideas for different games you might want me to play, or video topics you might want me to discuss, or whatever. Let me know down below. So that's going to do it for now. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you next time, and just a bit more in general in the future, as I am moving more of my streams to YouTube. But whatever the case is, till next time, stay cool, people.